Hello and welcome to your practice. Today we will be doing a lower body strength and stability flow. You won't need any props, just your body and your mat. So let's get started. We're going to begin today on our back. So start to transition there if you're not already. Hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a moment to check in with your body and check in with your breath. Maybe rock around a little bit from side to side, just kind of determining where you're starting from today. Noticing if you're feeling tense or tight in any particular spot, and just direct your breath to those spaces. Getting right into our first posture, let's begin to bring the feet onto the mat about hip distance apart. Rest your arms down alongside your body, and we're going to transition right into bridge pose. So root down through the heels, push up into the hips, and engage the glutes, engage the quads, and take those hips as high up to the sky as you can. Zach and Dexter approve of this pose today. So take a moment here, take a few deep breaths, feeling the legs engaged, allowing the arms just to rest alongside your body. So not doing too much with your upper body just yet. And just start to feel all of the heat beginning to fire up in the legs. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, start to go back onto the floor. And then right up into your second round. So lift into or push into the heels, lift up through the hips. Maybe this time, if you want to get your upper body into it, engage the upper arms and interlace the hands underneath you, pressing through all four corners of your feet. Take another deep breath. And then slowly start to lower your hips down. Let go of your hands if you have them interlaced. Take a moment here. And then one more time for bridge pose, we'll add a little variation. So press into the hips or the heels, lift the hips up, squeeze through the lower body, engaging all four corners of those feet. Now from here, start to walk the left foot to the center of the mat, draw the right knee into the chest, and then straighten the right leg up into the sky. If this is too much, keep both feet on the ground. Take 2 deep breaths. Then bend the right knee, plant the right foot, and switch right into the other side. So walk the right foot over, draw the left knee up and into the chest, straighten the left leg up, push through the right foot, lift the hips a little higher. Point through those left toes, take one more deep breath. Bend the left knee, plant the left foot, and slowly start to lower the hips back down. Hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a little squeeze here, noticing how those glutes might feel a little bit more warmed up. And then we're gonna rock and roll up right into tabletop pose, hands and knees. So if it takes you a couple breaths to get there, that's fine. Bring the hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips, nice long neutral spine, and then let's just start to warm up the whole body with some cat-cows. Inhale, gaze up, belly drops. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Deep inhale, gaze goes up, belly drops down. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. So take about 3 more cat-cows at your own pace, knowing that you can go as fast or as slow as your breath is taking you. I'm just providing a template, and you're welcome to modify it as you need. Take another deep breath. And then come back into a neutral spine. Keep your hands exactly as they are, spread the fingers nice and wide, and start to shift your weight just a little bit into the left knee, and then you're gonna take the right heel up towards the sky with the right knee bent. So notice if your whole body started to shift over to the left, try to keep your upper body equal weight in both hands. Then from here, you're gonna draw the right knee back down to the mat, and then lift the right heel back up. We're gonna do that 4 more times, keeping the back side of the leg engaged the whole time. Lower, and lift, lower, and lift, lower, and lift. Keep breathing. Lower, and lift. Pause. Now bring that right knee back to center. If you need to take a break, you can. If you want to keep the knee hovering, working that core a little bit, we're going to take it right out to the side for 5 times. Take it out to the right. Slowly drop back in, squeezing the glutes the whole time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Feel those obliques working too. 2 more. And pause. Drop that right knee down. Sway the hips a little bit from side to side. If you want to come off your wrists, shake them out. Take a couple deep breaths, just resetting for side number 2. So fingertips spread nice and wide. Feel the weight evenly distributed between the hands. And then slowly start to inhale, take that left heel up towards the sky. Check in with your hips. So notice if you don't want that the left hip lifting up high, try to keep them parallel to the floor. And then you're gonna do the lift and lower 5 times. So lower down, inhale, lift. Kicking the heel up, 4 more. Lift, 3, 2, keep breathing. Last one. Now slowly draw that knee back down and we're going to take them right out to the side. Inhale, lift, lower. 4 more. So it's like a little fire hydrant pose. Breathe. 2 and 1. Bring that knee back down, sink back into your hips, take a little child's pose here. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, letting the hips sink down. And then roll yourself right back up. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. So take a couple breaths here and just check in with your lower body. If you need to pedal out the feet a little bit or sway those hips from side to side, just notice what your body wants, what your body needs. On your inhale, start to take the right leg up and back. Bend the knee and open the hip. And we'll just take 1 deep breath into that right side. Square the hips back off. Slowly start to step the right foot forward. We're going to come right up into a crescent lunge. So using the strength of your core, slow and controlled rise up. High lunge. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Right knee is above right ankle and you're on the ball of your back foot. We're gonna, continuing with those 5 counts, we're gonna lower down. On your inhale, slowly rise back up, straightening both legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 3 more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now pause. Now from here, you're going to bend just the back knee. So slowly lower. Inhale, straighten. Slowly bend. Inhale, straighten. 3 more. Bend. Straighten. 2. Straight. 1. Straight. From here, bring your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog, pedaling out your feet. Right into the left side. Inhale, take the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip, just take a deep breath. Square the hips off, step the left foot forward between the hands. Set yourself up for a crescent lunge. Slow and controlled, begin to rise up. So take a moment to establish your foundation first. Squaring off through the hips, engaging through the belly, and then slowly beginning those dips. So lowering down on the exhale. Inhale lifts you up, straightening both legs. 4 more. Use your breath. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up into your crescent warrior. And then 5, straightening and bending of the right knee this time. So bend, straighten. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back, come into downward facing dog. Pause here for a few deep breaths if you wish. Otherwise, you can take child's pose, take a drink of water, whatever you need. Pause. On your exhale, begin to step your feet forward towards the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out here for a moment, let the head be heavy. Maybe grab opposing elbows, maybe sway from side to side. Feeling the hamstrings opening up. Feeling the low back, getting that nice stretch. And from here, release the hands down, slowly one vertebrae at a time, begin to rise up to standing. Reach your arms up overhead, allow your gaze to follow, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Pause here for a moment. Relax through the shoulders, come back to your breath. Now from here, we're going to take a warrior 3 variation. So begin to shift your weight over into your right foot. Feel all 4 corners of that right foot firmly rooted down. Bring your hands to your heart to help you find stability, and then take your left knee up. And then slowly, we're going to come into a warrior 3. So as slow as you can, start to send that left foot back. And then if you need to bring your fingertips to the floor for support, you can. But try to get your left foot parallel, or your left leg parallel to the floor. Send that right hip back. Now place a gentle bend in your right knee. And on your inhale, start to bring your hands back to your heart. If they were down, you're going to rise up to standing. Bring that left knee into the chest. We're just going to do that 2 more times. Slow and controlled. Find something out in front of you that's not moving to look at. Warrior 3, keeping your hands at your heart or bringing them to the floor. That gentle bend in the right knee helps slowly start to rise back up. 1 more time. With control, keep your lower belly engaged, shoulders away from the ears. I'm gonna have to bring my hands to the ground for that one. Pause here in your warrior 3. This time bring the fingertips to the ground and come into a standing splits. Let the head be heavy. Slowly start to look up towards the top of your mat. Plant the left foot. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Arms up, gaze goes up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Take a moment here if you need to shake out your legs a little bit. Do what you need to do. And then we're gonna, of course, go into the other side. So shift your weight over into the left foot. All 4 corners of that foot are rooted down first. And then from here, bring your hands to your heart. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Pause here. And then we're slowly gonna go into a warrior 3. Note that balance is different on every day. And sometimes balance is easy, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's good for one leg, sometimes it's not. Slowly start to rise back up. And if you fall out of the pose, just be willing to get back in. Knee towards the chest. 2 more times, slow and controlled. Maybe bringing your hands to the floor for support. The one thing about balancing poses too is people tend to hold their breath thinking that it'll make it easier, and it doesn't. So keep breathing. Knee towards the chest. Last time. Slowly. Warrior 3. Pause here in your warrior 3. Bring your hands all the way to the mat. Standing splits. Take the head down. Gentle bend in the left knee. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Both knees are bent here, and just let your upper body kind of hang out, sway from side to side. Inhale, look up halfway once again. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, come into high plank pose. Drop your knees down to the floor. We're going to take a modified chaturanga. Bend at the elbows, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go up and back. Take another deep breath. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop your left knee down, and from here, just sink back into your hips, coming into half splits. Brief hold here, just stretching out the hamstring. Bend back into that right knee. Keep your left hand down. Inhale, peel your right arm up towards the sky. Your back toes can be tucked or untucked. Right hand comes back down. Tuck the left toes. Down dog. Send that right hip foot back. Left foot steps forward. Right knee drops down. Come back into your half splits. Sink into those hips. Deep, full breath. Bend into your left knee. Keep the right hand and the right knee down. Inhale, left arm goes up. Left hand comes back down. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, press forward, high plank. Drop to your knees for a modified chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose, elbows stay bent, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then step or float your feet through to seated. I'm gonna come and face you. Come right into bound angle pose. Come right into bound angle pose. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Sit up nice and tall, and then forward fold. The closer your feet are towards your body, the more of a hip and groin stretch. If you want more of a low back stretch, take your feet out a little wider. But just take about 5 deep breaths here to close out your practice. If you've got other things in mind that you want to do to finish off your class, feel free. But if you're ready, slowly start to rise back up to seated. Come into a cross-legged position, bring your hands onto your knees. Sit up nice and tall and close your eyes. Pause for a moment just to acknowledge your body, acknowledge your breath. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.